Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Blue Couch Conversation. This week I have Alicia of Alicja and Scout, so please come have a seat.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
So good.
Sorry,
Get comfy.
awkward hug.
Not at all. Please get comfy.
Alright.
So, you're new to this, fairly new, right?
Well, yes
Kinda.
and no.
So give me some background on how you found your passion and we'll move forward.
Okay, so I have a 10-year-old daughter, and way back when she was born, I wanted to have pictures taken of her, but I was a stay-at-home mom, and we did not have a lot of income. So I decided one day that I was going to learn how to take my own pictures of her, and they were terrible. They were really, really bad.
We all gotta start somewhere.
But I did research a lot on the internet.
Okay.
And I borrowed a camera from somebody, and I learned how to take pictures of her. And from there, that evolved to my friends asking me to take pictures of their kids. And so I was taking pictures of all these kids, and then it was sucking up a lot of my time. So I was like, maybe I should start charging like $20, like just for my time and stuff.
$20.
Like $20.
Okay.
And I did that for a solid year, and then I was like, wait a second, I feel like I'm too good for $20. So then my business was born, about a year after my daughter was born.
Nice. So, I mean, in these years of experience, you've worked with Fairy Godmother a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So what has that experience been like?
Working with Fairy Godmother it just makes everything so much simpler. The weddings that you shoot without Fairy Godmother compared to with Fairy Godmother are like day and night. And every time we sit down with clients and they mention event coordinators and event producers, we always recommend that they hire a Fairy Godmother or some other coordinator, just because all those little things that get overlooked a lot of times get put on the photographer for some reason.
Yeah, that happens.
You know, just little piles of trash, or the chairs aren't set up right. And we have a vested interest in making those things look perfect because we have to capture them.
Right.
So we will scramble around and fix things. But when Fairy Godmother's there to do it, obviously it allows us to focus on our jobs and not, you know, being a coordinator.
Makes life easy.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. So you've been in the business about 10 years, roughly. So as you move forward, where is the future going for you?
So the last few years have been kind of a transitionary period. I was doing a lot of weddings, and then I went back to school and I was focusing on raising my children. So I was only doing small weddings, people that I knew, friends or friends of friends. I wasn't seeking out weddings. I was more or less doing them as favors to people, to previous clients and friends. Now I have completely changed directions in my life in a lot of ways and have completely rebranded my business, and I've actually brought on a business partner who focuses on video. I've always been super interested in video. I dabbled in it here and there, but you know, obviously it's very different from photo. So I met somebody in a romantic way.
Okay.
And one of the first things we bonded over was that he was a videographer and I was a photographer. So we had a lot to talk about. We were working in different genres of photo and video. I was focused on portraits and weddings, and he was working with more commercial stuff. But we had a lot to talk about and shared a lot of passions. We got the opportunity to work together a few times. And then we realized, whoa, we actually make a decent team. We're very yin and yang. Where I have weaknesses, he has strengths, and the other way around as well. So after we had worked with each other a little bit, we thought about it for many months, and eventually one day we just decided to take the plunge and to go into business together. That way we could offer, you know, a full package to the clients that were coming to me. I had a lot of people coming to me looking for video, and I didn't really know where to direct them. I had worked with people here and there, but I didn't know anybody personally. So now I feel I'm able to offer like a full package to the clients with photo and video.
So I guess now would be a good time to welcome our other part of our chemistry equation, Scout. Please join us.
Hi.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Get comfy over there.
Sorry.
So welcome, Scout, to the Blue Couch.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Now we have Alicia and Scout together here. So the whole package, I got the package deal right here in front of me. So aside from being cute, what do you guys, I mean, your background is very diverse and very commercial.
Yeah.
From what Alicia said.
Kind of all over the place. Like, a little bit of YouTube stuff, a little bit of commercial stuff, and then other various projects.
Now, there's a little bird that told me you've been doing this stuff since you were 13.
Yeah.
So
That's when I first started picking up the camera, getting into editing, stuff like that. Just kind of filming skate videos with my friends and like magic tricks.
Okay.
Went through a phase of doing that. It was weird. But then got into doing spearfishing videos. My dad was really into free diving and spearfishing, so got a little GoPro, started doing that, started cutting the videos together, trying to figure out how to edit. And that's kind of how I got my start. And then I had a couple friends. My brother he had a friend who was always trying to make money online. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel. I've heard YouTubers make a lot of money. So I was like, oh, that'd be cool to make money doing YouTube videos. Like I'm already doing it anyway. So I was really trying to focus on doing that. Never really got anywhere, and then went off to college. And my first week over at college, I went on Craigslist looking for video gigs. And there was an ad for Cameraman Wanted for a YouTube channel. I was like, oh, that's cool. I wonder if it's that YouTube channel I was watching that's over here in Santa Barbara. Sure enough, it was. Met with the guy, we got along, signed a contract, and then the rest was history. Got to travel around the world, make YouTube videos for a living for like 2.5 years.
Nice.
It was super fun. Got tons of experience working with a huge array of like high-end clients and all sorts of different genres of videos. So it was a pretty good learning experience.
And then I sucked him into weddings.
I was about to say, and then you came back to Bakersfield, taking that worldwide
Yeah.
experience. And so now Alicia and Scout are together doing weddings. I mean, all kinds of events?
Yeah,
or?
we do events, and we've recently gotten into like family videos, which is not something that we see, but it started with him tagging along on photo shoots, and he was like, I wonder if I could like make something out of this. And we've been shooting video, and he's been editing, and the clients have been eating it up. Everybody loves it.
Kind of trying to create a new market for like family videos. Like, I don't know, something more interesting than just a mom or a dad filming their kids.
Right.
Something that you could look back at and be like, oh, that was like a cinematic, super interesting little clip of our life from however many years ago.
The way we see it, like the photos are great to have of like families and weddings and everything, but video just adds something special to see the movement and to see people's emotions, like more
puts
than
you
just
back in that moment.
Yeah, more than just a split second frozen in time.
So that's exciting. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So as you guys are going forward with Alicia and Scout, where do you guys see yourselves going? Do you guys have any like future goals?
Weddings.
We're really
Uh,
we're really
Yeah.
focused a lot right now on weddings for a lot of reasons, but I think we work really well as a wedding team. We're really interested in traveling too, and weddings give you that opportunity to go out of town for the weekend, even if it's just a day trip or
Also
whatever.
commercial videography too, just because it's a little bit different than weddings, spices it up a little bit. You can be a little more creative with it. Weddings you can still be creative, but it's limited because everything's kind of the same. But with commercials, you can go crazy with
A lot
it.
more leeway.
Keeps you fresh.
Exactly.
That's one thing I've learned over the years is don't burn out on one thing. And I think that kind of happened with portraits. When I scaled back my weddings, I missed weddings a lot. And now that I feel like everything's diversified again, I feel like I get burned out so much less. Like, I don't feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over and over. We're doing new things. We're trying new things. He gives me like different perspective of, things that I hadn't thought about, because when you've been doing something for a long time, you get in a rut. You figure out what works, and you
have
keep
a style.
doing it over and over and over. But we'll go to shoots and he'll be like, but try that. And I'm like, okay, so that worked. That's fine.
So you guys complement each other in the team, the realm of work, and obviously personal too. So when clients come in and meet with you guys, I mean, you guys have this advantage of being a team and having those different perspectives and, outlooks and whatever you want to call it, but the focus. But what is your best piece of advice that you give to people when they're trying to sit down and try to figure out what they want to do with you or with you, Scout, and as far as photography, video, or just in the realm of planning?
We always say that we want to make sure we mesh with the client. Like, we don't want to just be a photographer. We want to make sure we get along with them, that we have similar likings of styles, and just, I don't know, that we mesh. We don't want to just be the person there for one day. We want to make sure that day is special for them and that we know what our clients want. So we want to
We always say, like, we like to sit down and talk with clients before we start talking about pricing or booking or any of that. Just because, like he said, like, you know, it's important for the clients to really find vendors, all vendors that fulfill the needs that they have and make them happy, rather than just being the cheapest or the available or you know. So it's really important that we get to know our clients, and we've definitely learned the difference between people who book us on the fly and people who really take their time and they will meet with multiple vendors before they'll get back to us. And that actually makes me feel good when they come back 2 weeks later and they've met with other people and they're like, hey, we want to go with you guys.
That's how you have a lifelong client.
Yeah, exactly.
You have that deep passion, I guess, together. So awesome. Well, thank you guys. Congratulations on, you know, the future for you guys.
Thank you.
But thanks for joining us on the Blue Couch. And
thanks for having us.
See ya. But all right, we'll see you next week. Be sure to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Darling, I love you. You say goodbye. Away you fly. But on your lips you keep a kiss. All your life you'll dream of this. Lovely, lovely.